Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. It has been such a strong start to this season that we are in the top 10 in the World Tour rankings, even though we are literally the last team that qualified for Continental Pro. We are leading the Continental Pro rankings only by 4 points. It's very, very close at the top, but we lead the rankings, and we are 6th in the Super Prestige, already approaching 1,000 points on the season. It's only a week into March. That's not even 2 months into the beginning of races for the year. We do have 3 wins. On that note, we're making a name for ourselves and getting into a lot of races all of a sudden. We have now qualified for Tour de Suisse. Also, in a quick sim race, Maximino Millar claims his first victory at the Royal Bernard Drôme Classic ahead of Chevalier and Grandjean. Schlegel up there in 4th. Carlos de Mello in support, claiming 7th place in that one. Kelly Elisande in 9th. So there are some quality riders that were there. A couple at least anyway. So we didn't beat just nobody. So Millar, first win. Nice. Next up is Strade Bianche, and that, of course, is the big gravel race where most of it is on gravel. They're not terribly harsh in terms of how it treats it as cobble sections, but that is a ton of cobble, and we really only have 2 cobble riders, and neither of them are quite equipped to really stand up to it. Last time out, though, we took 5th at a cobble race, which was a sponsor objective. This also is a sponsor objective, and it's the biggest one of the year. So, big task ahead of us. Let's get to it. This is PCM20. It's career mode, episode number 90. Not a ton of pluses on the race day condition list for this one. So this is an okay turnout. Overall, it's a +3 as a team. That still does not add up to the race day condition that was expected, though. So it's still below 0. For how many races in a row is that now? As the riders come forward, we'll start getting an idea of who is where, and we'll set ourselves up. So Jorgensen, top cobble guy. Yeah, -2 for him is certainly not good, but he is one of our weaker riders. He is your perfect domestique who can help a stronger rider get through the cobble sections for quite a while. Rodriguez, you wouldn't think of him as a favorite for today. 67 cobble is his base, but with a +3, he can climb ridiculously well. He's got really good stamina resistance. He absolutely has put himself in the position of a leader, so let's go ahead and give him a top rider to protect him. 13 riders off the front at the moment, but we are still fighting for those positions. Lykankis nearly to the front. -1, but just the downhill rating affected by that, so that's good. His fitness level kind of made up for it. Gave him basically a 0. Telford, of course, is one of our top cobble riders. An 80 today. I think we'll need to ride for him. So Lykankis, I've already seen that you're not going to be up for anything today, so let's go ahead and protect Telford. So we'll protect one of our cobbled guys. Okay, Alves Machado, usually my go-to sprinter in a cobbled classic because he is the only one with a cobble rating that is tolerable. He's got a 70 plus the sprint, but a resistance of 62 today. Alves Machado's got no chance. Moreno +2. He grabbed 5th in that last race, but he was on a +5 that day. For Mark, another one, he's here for name, stamina. Cobble rating of a 65 is not good, but it's mostly 1-star cobbled sections. It's still going to be tough on him. Okay, that is everybody to the front. Let's go ahead and just set a 75 real quick so we're set on that part and figure out what to do with these last three. So we have for Mark, the mountains, the hills, the acceleration. I think I need to ride for him, even though his cobble rating is poor. Alves Machado might be able to give him decent protection for a while. And then, yeah, save Moreno for later. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So Moreno will be kind of the fourth man on that. I'm losing my sprinters. My two sprinters that are here are both protecting others. So that does hurt our chances. However, looking at that profile at the end, that is not a sprint finish. That is a Kevin Vermaert, Pavel Rodriguez type finish. Maybe that's a Moreno type finish more than it is a Telford type finish. 71 hill rating, but a 65 mountain today. 73, 76 might be a bit better.
The brake seems to be working.
Maybe we need to be protecting Moreno and save Telford to pick up whoever's left. Let's do it. Alright, well, now we go ahead and settle into our long ride on the gravel. I'm not going to go ×8 speed, as I think that's asking for trouble. There's action. There's going to be action throughout. I'm grateful that the biggest climb of the day is in the not too distant future and lacks the gravel on that section. 3.1K on this one. That's the biggest part of this is the length, the time that you spend on it. It's 1-star stuff. It's not that intense, but it's how long you're spending on it that does the damage. And more importantly, the undulation that we come across that's going to have its impact as time goes on. 140K to go. We'll be seeking water in the not too distant future. I think Alves Machado is the weak man of the day, but he's got an okay cobble rating, so maybe White Kinkis. Yeah, White Kinkis can actually climb slightly. So, yes, Alves Machado is going to be the weak man of the day. He will be our waterman for the first time. Here comes that hill now. I think right before the peak is when I'll send Alves Machado back in search of water, as we're already coming up on that magic 120K to go mark. On a relatively flat stage, every 60K is when you need water. Okay, just about to hit the top. Let's go get that water now. And it generally takes about 10K for the person to get water. So if you're down to 110, then you're opening a nice little window for later to get water again at about 60K. Alright, long double section here. This is the most time we spend on gravel this entire race. So, Alves Machado, look at that fade. Need to speed up a little bit here. We're actually drifting backward a little bit. 14K. It's a lot. And then we're only out of it for a moment before we head right into the next. So obviously in the time of COVID, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. That's very much a theme of 2020. For my anniversary with my wife, we took a drive. Just stayed in the car and took a drive. We didn't go anywhere in particular. We didn't go for a hike. We didn't go stay somewhere. That's what we had wanted to do. We wanted to get away for a little bit. But we went for a nice scenic drive. But we went to, I live near the Cascade Range, Mount St. Helens, one of the most famous mountains in the world. I'd have to step up to the window, but I can look out my window and see Mount St. Helens. That's not the only mountain around, though. There are plenty of others in the Cascade Range, and there's one that's not that far from Mount St. Helens that I'd never seen, Mount Adams, and surprisingly, it's not that much further to the east of where I'm at, and so we decided to go for a drive. Well, there's a reason why most people don't see that mountain. It's nothing compared to its neighbor, and therefore it doesn't carry a strong reputation, and also it's actually kind of hard to get to. There's not a whole lot of paved highways around that area, so we went for a very lengthy, this was a few months ago, mind you, but we went for a very lengthy drive on gravel roads, and I do feel rather fortunate that it was not a bike ride, because that would have been so tough. Oh man. All right, we're seeing splits in the field, by the way, here with 60K left to go. It is yo-yoing, but that's always a sign of things to come. You can see the fatigue in the field. Not one rider is without fatigue right now. Alves Machado needs to go get water again as we're inside that 60K mark. It'd be really nice if he makes his way at least forward to the group before hitting this section. He didn't. Now he's there. It's a little late for him. You can see the damage it's doing as he tries to get water to his teammates. There we go. Task complete. Alves Machado's day is also nearly complete. The Peloton is definitely hurting. We're down to 5 riders in the break. Seeing yo-yoing again, but it's not just a single split. It's multiple splits. This gravel with the undulation through here is doing its dirty work, and there's a lot of riders that are not going to come back. Do I think the 28 is the final group? Yeah, not yet. Not with 45K to go. But I don't think we're going to get back into a 120 plus type scenario. We have quite a lengthy break, though, between now and the next gravel section.
Bikes are severely put to the test.
Alves Machado's going to give us a good indication, actually, of what's left. The Peloton's getting rather small. Alves Machado, Bianche, Moreno, why are you guys at the back? Blinking red at an 83. Okay, pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Do not want you going out the back. This is looking like the final group. Oh, are you kidding me? Sean Bennett gets a puncture, and it instantly opens a gap to these 3. Bianche and Alves Machado need to bring that back immediately. Thank you. You did.
There's a report over the radio of a rider coming off his bike.
I'm going to let Bianche continue on. It's 40K to go. Okay, time to retool as Alves Machado is out the back and Bianche is on new duties. This is the final group. We've already established that we're going to finish in the top 30, and we've got 6 riders in that top 30. It's good odds. There are very few teams with support. You can see a couple CCC riders. We can see a couple Bora Hansgrohe riders. Israel Startup have a couple of riders. And who is this one? Jai Hindley. Whatever their sponsor is. They have a few riders here in the group. Israel Startup have a few riders. You can see somebody at the front as well. Everybody else is solo. And nobody has 6, 5, or 4, with the exception of us. So we are in an excellent position here. And you can see the 2 teams with 3 riders are burying 1 or 2 of them already. Bianche is not lasting long like this, but we still need to bring back those 5 riders.
Oh, there's an attack from inside their breakaway group.
Group's down to 24. Did we just split off a few more guys? Norikov, Gilkinson dropped. Kamnat at the back here. Nah, the current group looks okay. I don't see any shoulders bobbing too bad, except for riders working at the front like Wykankis. So a few guys burying themselves for their team, but there's about 20 competitors here. And the front 5 are splitting off. That's a good sign. They are breaking up. Wykankis recovered a little bit. $31K to go, and with the exception of Wykankis, we are looking really good right now. Let's start thinking about, there's not that much gravel left to go. My 2 sprinters. Maybe I should switch this out. Can he recover? 71.75. Like Telford. Telford, I want you to protect Wykankis. We're going to totally run a switch here. If I can get him to recover a bit, he can sprint. I need a sprinter if we're going to get a top 5. For Mark... Oh, wait. No, I don't. What am I doing? I remember what the finish looks like. That's not for a sprinter. That's Kevin for Mark. That is absolutely Kevin for Mark. And Pavel Rodriguez. He's already set up to be protected. Telford, go ahead and protect for Mark. And then Moreno will ride solo. He'll be the lead out ahead of those 2 guys.
A rider is down, and he's not going to be able to carry on. Let's hope it doesn't jeopardize the rest of his season. An attack is launched.
We could turn on Jorgensen here in a while to take over if Wykankis can't keep these guys away. Did Moldberger and those guys attack? Wykankis just left the group there for a moment. We are down to 22. Is that because more riders have been lost? Well, Bennett was lost. Okay, we did. We dropped a couple more guys. And there's no sign of anything coming back. All right, here we go. Last 3 gravel sections.
Just dropped out. No doubt he'd run out of gas. Some cobbled sections are very narrow, so it's important.
Okay, we're seeing an attack.
To avoid falls or breaks in the peloton.
That's Pollitt. It is. Yes, Pollitt going on the attack. That could be a winning move right there. Time to counter. Wykankis. Hold on. Let's do this. Boom. All right. For Mark Rodriguez. Moreno. Telford. Jorgensen. No. Follow Wykankis. Why? Because he's got a few seconds of attack in him. And while they sort out their positions, you see Jorgensen now closing him down. Still hasn't caught him. And Wykankis helps pull at the front for a moment until we catch up to him. And then we ride on. Let's head to auto. Group's down. Was down to 15 for a moment. Wykankis will keep an eye on C. There's definitely 2 or 3 guys. 2, 3, 4 guys going backwards. Okay, for Mark. Come on, buddy. Get up there. It's weird to be the team that has to handle the pursuit. Last 2 gravel sections. Okay, Jorgensen, go ahead and gel up. How's our position now? We still haven't even dropped Wykankis or any of the others, but that's about to happen. There we go. Oh, look at that. We just left this whole group behind. Yes. 11. We're chasing Pollitt plus the remnants of the break, which is still 5 riders. But we are getting awfully close to them now. 16K to go. This is not over yet. But we are putting a herding on. We just dropped another rider from this, and we caught 2 of these guys. Pollitt's still riding on, though. Gel just kicking in for Jorgensen. I'm going to let him ride for a little bit longer. Telford, gel up. Jorgensen, there was a little downhill, so that helps. And then now we continue on with Telford. It's now 11 chasing 4, and we're about to bridge the gap to the last 3 riders of the break. Paulett rides on solo, and we just dropped a number of additional riders here. 13 chasing 1. Check in. Ooh, Jorgensen's like the end. And you've got 5 breakaway riders in here, plus my 4. That's 9. There's only 4 other contenders. And we got to get a top 5. 1 rider off front, 4 contenders, plus my 4 guys. You figure I can beat one of those 4. Oh, we are looking like we might just pull this off. 11%. Sorry, not 11%, 11K. And we've caught Paulett. And we're doing a little damage. We are doing some damage. We just dropped 5 more riders. And we're about to make contact, and we've done it. Not only have we done it, but it's now a 5-man break. It's Niels Paulett. And there you go. Are we riding to victory now? Paulett does not have much energy left. 8.5K. Can we be riding to a clean sweep of the podium? Or at least to a victory. That is the new target. We are looking to win this thing. Paulett hanging on to the back of the group. We are 28 seconds ahead of the chase riders. Now 33 seconds, 6K to go. Moreno, gel up. Paulett's hanging on. He's getting the free ride, but can he hang on for long? He's got to be tired riding solo as long as he did. 5K to go. Gel up for the last 2. And Telford is done. On to Moreno, whose gel has already kicked off. If we keep that pressure on, I don't think Paulett's going to have much energy left.
Watch out, a team leader is falling behind.
And we approach the final climb, downhill section. Moreno's really good at downhill. Telford, try to grab onto the back. Maybe we can actually split Paulett off, like right now. It's 1.7K. Moreno, attack. Telford, lose that wheel. Telford, I want you to lose the wheel. He's not losing the wheel. But here we go. 800 meters. 99. Okay, Moreno. Rodriguez. For Mark. And it's a podium. There is Paulett dropped off the back. Telford. Beautiful job by Telford. Telford, yeah, 88's good. It's going to be a 1-2-3. What is the order? Rodriguez looking really good. Vermark has the acceleration, has the punchiness. It's 200 meters. Moreno has the positional advantage, but he's hurting the most. Will he hang on? He does. The order's not even going to change. Ben Moreno, 2 races in a row. Superb run. Rodriguez second. Vermark third. Paulett grabs 4th. Telford hangs on for 5th place. Jorgensen is looking like he's going to get a decent finish here with 600 meters to go. He's going to be in the top 20. Sijic took 6th. Ballerini 7th. We just swept Strade Bianche. A 1, 2, 3 finish. Jorgensen just outside of the top 20. 22nd. Wykankis, 30. And Elvis Machado, who was the one rider struggling on the day. He put his time in. He put his work in on getting water. He's still going to have... Well, he just lost a lot of wheels there. 82nd. He's still in the top 100. That is a 1, 2, 3, 5 finish for the team. In our biggest objective of the year, you can lock up that 100%. We've got the season in the bag. The hard tasks are done. They get easier from here. And we just crushed this one. Oh my goodness. We are OP for Continental Pro. And again, on paper, we were the last team in Continental Pro. On paper. But clearly, I'm just way too strong for Continental Pro. This wasn't a Continental Pro race. This was a World Tour race. And we just crushed it there. All I need is a few decent riders. That's all I need. They couldn't even change the order with each other. Moreno held on. Nothing left in the tank. Rodriguez and Vermark could have gone another 20k. No, they couldn't. Not alone. But they certainly could have gone another 10k. And still won that thing. 1-2. Pollitt, 22 seconds behind the favorite. 80 cobble rating, 81 flat, 81 stamina. But a 65 mountain, 72 hill. We destroyed him on the last climb. Telford, 5th place, 41 seconds down. Top group at 51, 58, and then huge gaps, 218, 233. We opened it up, left that group behind. We were in that group. We ditched that group. One after another. It just dealt punishment. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. I think that was best win this team has had to date. We've had some good ones, but that was dominating fashion. Oh, look, 100% evaluation. What? We already had it. We already had it. Super success. There it is. And now we're looking at 2 3-star things. But even if we fail both, I think we're still going to have 100% evaluation after what we just did on the last 2 with the Het Nieuwsblad plus the Strade Bianche. And it was Ben Moreno at the top of both of those, which is shocking. Today he was definitely not on a +5. He was running lead out. It's just at that point there was no ability to get past him. Rodriguez moved up a quarter of a wheel. Vermark moved up half a bike length, I think it was, on Rodriguez, so a little more than half a bike length on Moreno, but neither one could move past. We've got a few weeks till the next objective, and we're going to be kind of skipping forward. We've got some World Tour races. We're not going to cover them all. We're so OP for what we are this season. We're going to just get what we can out of it. I'm getting into a lot of World Tour races all of a sudden as if I'm a World Tour team. Could affect my Continental rankings. I might not win Continental rankings, but I think super prestige-wise, we'll be at the top. Towards the Vlaanderen, those 2 will definitely focus on. At this point, Cycling Tour of Turkey, I don't care. Doesn't matter if we don't succeed, or whatever this one is. Name's too long. It's underneath. Dunkirk. I think we'll ride Baloise Belgium Tour, but I think I'm going to be skipping those other objectives as we are so comfortable in our position. Actually, our cutoff date's right there anyway. Nothing after Baloise Belgium. So, a handful of races to focus on. We obviously do have some World Tour races coming up. Treno Adriatico, Catalonia. We've got Tours de Vlaanderen, of course. Ronde van Vlaanderen. And then we got into I can't believe how many races we got into. It's like they're in love with us, but whoever makes the decision on who gets that World Tour license, they don't love us. We're going to be keeping a close eye on development over the next little bit. I'm down to just 171 and Newman Smith at 70. Everybody else is 72 and above. I've got 2 on the top page at 72, so we'll be keeping an eye on any of them joining the 73 club. And then, of course, I need somebody in that club to emerge, to grow, so that we can claw our way into the World Tour, because I don't know what kind of money we're going to have after we try to re-sign Amanatoglu. If I don't re-sign Amanatoglu, our sprint capability drops off significantly. So either we try to sign an even better sprinter with lots of money, or we have to focus on re-signing him, and then how much is left? Yeah, not a lot. We're literally going to be looking to sign 1 or 2 riders total. That's it. Rainsford, goodbye. Amanatoglu, I'd like to hang on to him. Especially when we're finally getting competitive in the sprint. Either way, that is going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.